Welcome to Worldwide Weddings TV, hosted by Miss Jennifer Janae Rabe of Ask Janae Today. You're definitely in good hands. A seasoned and professional host and certified wedding specialist. Definitely the industry's best. Watch out for our weekly episodes. You'll be excited to watch them all. This is where you can have fun while learning how to plan your special day. Brought to you by Worldwide Weddings PH, helping Filipino brides and grooms around the world. Welcome to Worldwide Weddings TV, hosted by Miss Jennifer Janae Rabe of Ask Janae Today. You're definitely in good hands. A seasoned and professional host and certified wedding specialist. Definitely the industry's best. Watch out for our weekly episodes. You'll be excited to watch them all. This is where you can have fun while learning how to plan your special day. Brought to you by Worldwide Weddings PH, helping Filipino brides and grooms around the world.
Po ako. And yet again, kasalanan po ng mga aso dito sa kapitbahay namin. Kaya po kasi minumute ko yung sarili ko hanggang ayan na, opening na pala. Ayan, once again. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Worldwide Weddings TV. My name is Janae Rabe, professional host and certified wedding specialist of AJT Events Management, also known as #AskJanae Today. So here in Worldwide Weddings TV, we feature different wedding experts nationwide. And of course, we learn wedding planning while having fun. And our episode, just like all our other episodes, is brought to you by our wonderful sponsors, starting with Aja Deliveries. More than just deliveries, a delivery concierge. BNI Supreme, the most successful business referral organization of its type in the world. And of course, our bridal fair partners, we have Wedding Seria PH, virtualexpo.ph, we have Anilao Awari Bay, all the way in Batangas. We also have wheninmanila.com, Growth Hack Playground, and our website partner, brideworthy.com. So hello, Philippines, and hello, world, because we are being watched anywhere in the world. So good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Today is our 35th episode. Wow, 35th episode of Worldwide Weddings TV. So if you are a Filipino, ikaw po ay Filipino, and you are planning to get married in the Philippines, you're definitely in the right place, in the right show. So, manood po kayo every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. We want you to make it your weekly habit para matuto po tayong lahat. And tonight, we are definitely gonna learn something new. I'm so excited because first time natin mag-feature ng ganitong category. And I think for the bridal fair, siya lang talaga. Tama ba ako? Siya lang talaga ang ating expert sa category na ito. So, pero bago yon, mag-time check muna tayo. So, we are being watched in Singapore, 9 p.m. In Dubai, it's 5 o'clock p.m. there. How about our friends in UK, 1 o'clock p.m. In US, 8 a.m. And Australia, midnight. So, of course, ang ating show, Worldwide Weddings TV, is hand in hand with our online bridal fair, which you can check na right now, because it's already ongoing. Check out, that's bit.ly/WWPH online bridal fair. So check that out. You can check out all our wedding experts, all our wedding exhibitors, and of course, meron tayong virtual wedding expo na magaganap on the last 3 days. So July 30, 31, August 1, that's the last 3 days that you can book any of the suppliers. And when you book them, you get a chance to win pa in our grand raffle, which is 100,000 pesos. Okay, so yes, it is a bridal fair completely online. That's why it's super exciting. And sa mga viewers natin, mukhang marami na tayong mga viewers. Nakikita ko, you guys are already commenting. So if it's your first time to watch this episode, please comment down below where you are watching from. Like, tag, and share because we are giving away 150 pesos load at the end of the show. Okay, so now for our wedding expert. Our wedding expert tonight is a professional pianist and musical director. He founded this company called Black Tie Entertainment last 2011, which is an entertainment agency that represents musicians for bookings and various engagements. Ayan, ilabas natin ang kanyang bonggang-bonggang poster, ladies and gentlemen. No other than Mr. Bien Rivera of Black Tie Entertainment. All right, on our spotlight tonight. So, but before we bring him on stage, why don't we see some of his sample works? Let's watch this.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in a world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to
Beautiful performance. Okay, so let's bring in. Okay, hold on. Do we have another video? Are we playing another video? Yes? All right, so let's bring in our guest, Mr. Bien Rivera. Okay, let's give a round of applause to Bien.
Oh,
Hi.
hi, Janae. Thanks for having me here. Oh my God.
Hi. Wow. Ang ganda ng video.
Oh,
I
well,
can
thank
see you
you.
have so many talents. So
Oh,
many talents. Like
no,
the whole parang from dancers to singers to performers. At pati ba air dancers? Meron ka din ba niyan?
we try our best to, to meet our clients, meet and exceed our clients' expectations, of course. So we continuously look for new unique and exciting entertainment that we can provide for our guests.
Yeah. Okay. So, but before anything else, and before we dive into our topic tonight, no, of course, Bien, I know you have a lot of followers, and I know you
I
shared
do.
this video already on your Facebook. So, why don't you greet all of them right now? Ayan, shout out ko muna sa kanilang lahat. Go
Okay,
ahead.
hello everybody. I actually can't tell who's watching because I haven't switched on my Facebook. But if you are watching, thank you so much. I just made a last minute quick share, but I hope you enjoyed the show, and I'm really excited and a bit nervous because Jenny thinks I'm an expert. Janae, maybe it's because of my age. I don't know, but well, if you think I'm an industry expert, well, thank you so much, and I will try my best to share what I can from the experience I've had for the past decade. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely agree. You are indeed an expert. And just so you let you know, ha, people are commenting and they're watching, like people from Bacolod City, from Angeles, Pampanga, from Bohol, from Taguig, like so many people from Santa Ana, Manila, Santa Rosa, Laguna, everywhere.
Oh wow!
So,
All right.
yeah, mukhang marami ka talagang followers. So, good evening to all of our soon to wed. So, sa lahat ng mga ating avid followers, because we do have some regulars who really watch every episode, you are all in for a treat because tonight our conversation with our wedding expert is all about music and entertainment in a wedding. Ayan. So sometimes that part is overlooked. So we'll get some really good insights tonight. So, but before that, also, Bien, syempre, we want to start with getting to know your business, getting to know you, how you got started with Black Tie Entertainment. So, please tell everybody, how did Black Tie Entertainment start?
All right. So before we founded Black Tie Entertainment, I was deeply immersed in the corporate world. I was a banker, and I also worked for an educational institution, and eventually an event agency. So ahensya boy ako dati as well. And on the side, I would actually play the piano for a number of string quartets, string groups that were in the industry that time. And I would work on the side as a pianist, and started off eventually also as a host. I did, sometimes you do things na para kumita ka ng pera, di ba? So whatever you can, di ba, to make money. Kasi you're starting off in the corporate world and you think what you're making is not enough, so you do something on the side. But I also aside from making more money, because it was all something that I enjoyed doing. Little did I know that, aside from enjoying that, I was also a choir member, by the way, since I've been directing choir since I was in high school. I was the church pianist of St. James in Ayala Alabang, eventually Christ the King in Quezon City, and the musical director of the campus ministry choir in De La Salle University, where where I had my bachelor's degree. So all those things put together, eventually I realized that, my calling was into music and entertainment. So in 2011, I quit my day job and registered Black Tie Entertainment, decided to go full time into the business there. And
Mhm.
that's how we started. And I started booking just my own string quartet, but later on we started booking singers for five-star hotels in Metro Manila. So I started by providing, those really pretty lounge singers
Mhm.
at
Mhm.
five-star hotel lobby. So we used to provide
Yes.
for Manila Hotel, Shangri-La, at the well now until up to recently the Grand Hyatt in
Mhm.
BGC.
Mhm.
We opened entertainment at City of Dreams, actually, casino for the first 2 years. Most of the entertainment was from Black Tie Entertainment.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yes. And with that, no, exactly why I think Bien is an expert. Imagine hotels trust the taste of black tie.
Thank you.
Diba? For me, that's a big thing, and I'm really glad that I personally know Bien and have actually experienced the performance of some of his talents. So, um, now entertainment is of course important in a wedding. Would agree? Yes,
Definitely.
definitely,
That's why
right?
we
So
promote it. Yes.
yeah, so but now when it comes to weddings or celebrations, okay, how do you collaborate with soon to weds or
Mhm.
the wedding planner when it comes to preparing for an event? Actually, siguro kasama dito sa question na to is right now no, medyo well, okay. Sa question number 4 pala yun. I don't wanna jump ahead. So dun muna tayo sa
Okay.
how do you collaborate with soon to weds or the wedding planners, like in determining the music and all that. Yes.
All right. So I have this cousin who's a tattoo artist, and you know how he collaborates with his clients. He sits down with them and asks them to tell a story, and he talks to them for about an hour or maybe even more, and eventually he determines the personality of his client, and that's where he eventually gets his inspiration to create that artwork on the body of his client. Now, in the wedding industry, the stylist also sits down with the clients and determines the vision of their client and putting that vision into something that's visually stunning, right? So as musicians, we also sit down with the clients, determine their taste, what music genre they're into, how big the audience or their guests are, and
Mm-hmm.
the type of venue as well where we will be performing. And from all those elements, we determine what we would recommend to our clients in terms of what type of musical group or ensemble would be most fit for their event. So basically, we customize the entertainment, whether it would be a string trio, a quartet, or a 15-piece orchestra, a jazz band,
Right.
or if they want a DJ to party in the end. So all these we get from what we think our client and their guests would love and find entertaining.
Yeah. So it all boils down to
Their
who the
vision,
client
yes.
is, like
They're the
how
client,
they
yes.
envision it. Like one time I attended the wedding, they had drum beaters as
Hmm.
the guests were coming in. So it was a different feeling. It was a very festive feeling. And then when we entered, yung decorations niya inside the hall had Moroccan lamps and all that. So parang like I
Wow.
can imagine no, talagang the music with the styling like you mentioned, kailangan it all parang sama-sama siya. Parang it's a whole, parang you as a musical director, like everything has to be in a symphony, including
Yes.
the music,
Mhm.
even the decor and all that. So
Has
it
to be in
all boils
sync,
down.
consistent. They have to be
Yeah.
consistent. That's right. Hmm.
And again, kailangan talaga makilala natin kung ano yung vision, ano yung gusto ng mga soon-to-wed. So, but for couples who are, say, parang wala talaga silang, hindi sila ganun ka-clear kung ano yung gusto nila, wala talaga silang clear direction on what they want, what type of music or production would you generally recommend at a wedding? Kasi ito yung totoo real talk. A lot of the brides that I get to talk to, hindi talaga sila ganun ka-clear. Like,
Hmm.
there's only a few na parang, yes, I want this, I want that. Yung iba parang, I just want to get married. Like, I don't know. Then they ask you, ano bang maganda? What do you think? No, and then they throw it back at you. Di ba? I'm sure
That's
you get the same
true.
question, di
Yes.
ba?
Yes.
So, what
Yes.
what would you say to these brides?
Mhm.
What type of music would you recommend?
Well, that's why it's very important to sit down with them. I was last week I was speaking to my architect, and he told me that a lot of their clients can't really tell what they want. And so I thought of that. Maybe how do I talk to my clients? I mean, they may not know, or they probably know, they just cannot verbalize it, or they just
Mm-hmm.
couldn't coordinate or put everything together. They want a little bit of everything, right? So we give suggestions. And for me, the wedding program, Janae, you're a wedding host, you know that the wedding program, I always equate it to like a roller coaster ride. It's a roller coaster of emotion. So you start with some, you have emotions where you are very sentimental. There are emotions where you're really happy. So it changes throughout the program. So same with the music when you create a scoring. It's very at the ceremony. Syempre, napaka ano niyan. What's the word for it? No, suddenly I'm lost for words. Okay. It has to be solemn in the ceremony, right? But then during cocktails, it has to be subtle lang, subtle. But I put a little bit jazz in it or something, easy listening so people can still talk. Dinner, you want to create a show if there's nothing happening, but if something's happening, if there's a program, you don't want to overpower the host, or you don't want to, you don't want to take the stage or the spotlight from the bride, right? So it all has to be, they all have to play consistently with what your whole vision is. All right. So
Mhm.
as an event director as well, I see to it that when we put things together, they all have, it comes with a story. It's like a story. You have a plot, so it builds up. It climaxes. Eventually, it will resolve into a nice conclusion in the end.
Mm, so beautiful. So beautiful.
Naiyak ka
Talagang
ba doon?
roller coaster. May climax and then may ano ba doon? Denouement. Yun ba yun?
Yeah.
Di ba? Yes.
Ang
I
dami ko
remember my
sinabi, no?
English teacher. 'Di ba ganun yun, 'di ba? Parts of the story and then going back. So,
Yes,
and that's
yes.
really beautiful, no? Parang people just attend the wedding and they don't really think of it na may role ba yung music? Parang nandyan lang yan eh. Hindi nila yun na-realize that it's actually part of the mood
That
that's
it
being,
affects their emotions. They don't
yeah,
realize it. That's how
yeah,
subtle it is. If
yeah.
it's really done well, they don't realize that they are not that they're being played, but that their emotions are actually being moved by the music that is
Yes.
selected.
Yes.
Yes.
And lalo na-imagine ko na yung part ng, parang like in a reception, like me as a host. For me, feeling ko yung climax ng reception would be when, say like the parents will give a message.
Oh
Normally,
my
feeling
God.
ko,
Yes.
di ba? That's the part na, or pwedeng it's not the parents, maybe hindi ganun ka-emotional yung sa parents, but pwedeng the climax would be when the games come in and then
That's
they have
fun. Yes.
fun, right? Diba? And then everybody's laughing and all that. So parang meron
Mhm.
talagang peak and then it's gonna die down. And the music is indeed part of that.
It's
So
crucial. Yes.
So kaya yung music na ilalagay nyo, maganda yung sinabi mo na maybe they know what they want, they just don't know how to verbalize it. And that's when your role as event director comes into play. Like, you ask them questions and then parang all of a sudden lumalabas na, ay, ito pala yung gusto nila. Nung una, hindi ko kasi alam eh. I don't know kung ano. Ano bang suggestion mo? Maya-maya, ano na, lalabas na yung mga sagot nila.
That's
Ayan.
right.
So, okay, maganda yung mga questions natin dito. We have questions na from our viewers already. Okay, let's flash this question.
I hope I'm ready for these.
Ayan, sabi niya, what is the most ideal type of music to be used for entourage reception entrance in a formal wedding setup that can appeal to all guests coming from different age range? Ayan.
Mm.
Example,
Okay.
something senior citizen friendly but not too boring for the younger audience. Okay.
Okay. So,
Pinahirapan ka, go.
oo nga, mahirap eh. There's no one type of a song. You can come up with, for Entourage, anything. For me, most of the time, but it depends. Like I said, it depends on the taste of the couple and their audience. But most of the time, I put something that's upbeat when they come in, right? Because you want to pick up the energy. So you also need to work with the host in how he wants to build up the program. So if the host wants a big bang in the beginning pa lang, then you come up with something really lively already in the beginning, so that everyone is already engaged and everyone is, you set the mood for everyone that this is gonna be a really big party, right? So
Mhm.
there. But in some events, kasi they don't want it to be so loud in the beginning. Some weddings, some couples, they prefer a really formal start. So you just come up with something really classic, or something from the
Mhm.
40s, maybe something nice and jazzy, just to liven up the mood, but not really to create so much as a commotion, or like make it sound like you're at a club or something. So again,
Mhm.
it really depends on the couple and the audience.
Mhm. Yeah. And I've heard some versions of mga up-to-date songs na ginagawang yung parang musical, meaning parang either yung string or parang piano lang, pero yung parang yung modern music pero turn into more mellow kind. Parang ganun
That's
yung
right.
nakita ko na
Like an
ibalik.
acoustic or a classic version cover of a pop song. That's right. Or
Yes,
a
yes,
club song.
'di
Yeah, that's right.
Yes,
Yes.
like a club song talaga siya na with the dug 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 dug, pero
Favorite ko
pwede
yung
siyang
Titanium. Yung Titanium ginagawang violin cover. We have that on our YouTube if you want to check it out.
yes,
Titanium
there.
from our violinist. Yes.
'Di ba? Exactly. So I think that's something different, Miss Karen.
You might want to
Ayan.
check if you want to check us, if you want to see some suggestions of songs that we cover for weddings, you can check our separate blog ko na, no, our
Yes.
website www.blacktimemanila.com, and you
Yes,
can
we're
just
going
go to the sub pages like the DCO strings or the Velvet Jazz. We have covers there that are perfect for your first dance, for the entourage, so many suggestions. In fact, Jenny, we give out to our couples a list of songs, a comprehensive list. I think this, and if it's too long for them, after the interview with the couple, we pull out from that list what our suggested songs are, and then
right.
they can just change it from there.
Yeah. O, 'di ba? Sinagot mo na agad yung question number 5 ko. My
Ay,
question was,
naunahan ba
do
kita?
you, but that's okay. It only means you are indeed an expert. So
Oh
let's
my
flash that
god.
question because my question is, um, do you have a go-to list of wedding songs?
Oh
Ayan.
yes. Mhm.
Yes, yeah. Do you have a go-to list of wedding songs? So that's really very helpful for our couples no, to know that you have suggested list and then they can
Mhm.
pick from there. And then kung hindi nila lang sila makapili, you can also make suggestions out of that. But are there like can you give a few wedding songs na medyo bestseller talaga like you feel na ito talaga yung generally more than likely mga 8 out of 10 medyo mapipili itong song na to sa listahan.
Pwede ko ba ibigay yung mga from 5 years ago na nauso na ngayon nawawala na? Okay, I'll start with what is super uso 15 years ago. Like for bridal march, they
Okay.
would always have the Sharon Cuneta Ikaw for
Ah,
instrumental, di ba? And
yes,
then that was
yes.
replaced nung nagkaroon na ng, what's that movie, that vampire movie?
Yeah, the vampire
Uh,
movie, Thousand Years.
yes, it suddenly became 1,000 years that we've been playing
Yes.
for 1,000 years right now already. Just kidding. And then there's this song from Westlife that people are singing now. I can't remember the title. I'm so bad with titles. I guess that's the reason why I have a list. Our comprehensive list, it's categorized according to genre. There's modern, 80s, 90s, smooth jazz, OPM. And then our we call this our repertoire selector. And then we also have
Mm-hmm.
a mass song selector. In
Mm-hmm.
the mass songs for processional, we already give like two or three or five options for the processional. My
Mm-hmm.
favorite, which is not really a big favorite by so many people, I love Yesu Joy of Man Sisaring. You should hear the Josh Groban version of that. But of course, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
brides they use Canon in D for the processional. You know Canon in D,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
For
Gasgas na gasgas na.
yes, marami ito yung mga gas-gas na bridal march like from this moment, ikaw,
Yes.
panunumpa, 'di ba? Two words by Lea Salonga, which I love
Yes,
so
Lea
much.
Salonga,
Yes.
yes.
1,000 years. I'm looking at my list right now. Halata ba nagbabasa ako? I just opened my list right now. See, I have terrible memory, Janae, but so that's the reason why I try to be as organized as I can by having all
Mm.
these lists. You should see my Google Calendar. It has everything I should do from the time I
Uh-huh.
wake up in the morning because I am governed by these lists because I am so bad to remember things. And of course,
Okay.
when you're working with clients, you cannot afford to forget, right? So you
Mhm.
have to list down every single thing. Now,
Right.
this repertoire list, we give it to the coordinator. and to the bride so that they can sit
Mhm.
down and decide which ones they'd have. But of course, it's
Mhm.
better to have a face to face or a Zoom meeting with our client. So the sooner we can finalize, the better it is for us to give the list to the band to prepare in case they have like special requests. We've had quite a number of unique requests in the past.
Mhm.
And, if you give them early enough, our band can still learn them. Mhm.
Right, right. And that's good, no? So one, guys, if you're listening, one important point here is having the list is important, checking the song. So check out their website already because you can see some of the samples there. And then two, like if you have a song that you really want, then you can send it ahead of time to your entertainment so that they could prepare for it. Right? Yeah. Okay. So before we go to giving tips and suggestions for soon to weds, okay, I want to ask muna, ito medyo controversial. Medyo controversial na question.
Okay.
Okay, because it's pandemic, right? So a lot
Yes,
of
yes.
people are like cutting down on stuff, like hindi na natin
Mhm.
kailangan yan, ganyan. Ano music, sige, Spotify na lang, ganyan. So, can you describe or maybe in your personal point of view, how essential is music at a wedding? And not just music, parang having entertainment at a
Mhm.
wedding. When is it time to say na okay sige mag-Spotify na lang, or when is it time to say na you really should have, whether it's a duo, it's a singer, it's a kung anumang entertainment. How essential is music at a wedding?
All right. So when I was a kid, I would always wonder why people would go watch a live game. They'd watch football or basketball, right? Live when you can just watch it on TV. I never got that until when I started watching our college games, right? When it was La Salle versus Ateneo and stuff. When you are at the venue, you really feel the game. You more than you could feel it by watching television. The same is with canned music versus live music. If you have the violinist or the singer right in front of you, mas nararamdaman mo yung feelings, yung emotions ng performer than just listening to it on Spotify. Um, I've nothing against canned music. I think there are a lot of really great recordings, but there's the engagement factor that canned music doesn't offer. What a lot of people are not aware of is when a band performs the venue, when you have a live wedding band, they don't just play. They actually get the feel or the energy of the audience. This is the same thing we have also in hotel lobbies. Our pianists, they look occasionally glance at the guests if they want to hear the music or listen to music, or they're too busy with their meeting. So our pianist would adjust if he has to play softer, or if they're enjoying the music, he would pick another song that would entertain the guests. So same with live music at weddings.
Right.
We make instant changes in the lineup. It really depends on the audience. So if we can see that the
Mhm.
audience are starting to tap their feet and they want to dance, we easily shift. We would change
Mhm.
the beat, pick up the song, change the lineup, to adjust to what our audience wants. Mhm.
Right,
I hope that answered the
right.
question.
Yes, 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 indeed. And
Yeah.
alam mo, sabi nga nila yung mga musikero,
Mhm.
naiintindihan nila yan.
Yes,
Pag
tama.
musikero, kitang feel na feel nila kung ano yung difference ng may live performer and or ano lang siya, yung canned music. So,
Mhm.
so if you want to add impact, 'di ba? More
That's
emotion
right.
to your
Mhm.
wedding, definitely you should consider having a musician, whether it's a singer, it's a violinist, a guitarist, yeah, or a whole band, right?
Yeah.
So that's it. So now let's go to the tips and suggestions. Okay, what are your tips and suggestions for soon to weds in getting a wedding musician or a band? So what are these things that they should be thinking about or looking after? Yeah, and some hacks that you can share with them.
Okay. I guess it's very important you look at the covers that they make. If this is something that is consistent with what you want, what you envision for your wedding. There are a lot of great bands out there. No one has monopoly of how great we are. We are from a country with some of the best musicians in the world. So you
Yes.
have a lot of choices. I think that's also one of the reasons why we have a pool of about, we have a pool of about 300 musicians at Black Tie Entertainment, because there are just so many
So
musicians
many.
in this country, so many. One of our vision at Black Tie is to be, one of the top provider of live music in Asia, because this is where we can get all the best musicians, and we want to share this to our Asian neighbors eventually. We want to be one of those agencies that send musicians abroad and have them share the quality of music, the Philippine quality of music, that is so rich here in our country. So back to your
Mhm.
question, what do you do if you want to pick a musician? One, they have to be dynamic. They have to be able to play different genres, not just one type. Unless you really want your show to be like, maybe you want a classic jazz show all throughout, then you can get a jazz band, or a cover band for one particular performer. In case, like,
Mhm.
if you want an Earth, Wind, and Fire wedding, then
Mhm.
get a Motown band that will perform Earth, Wind, and Fire all throughout. It really
Mhm.
again
Mhm.
depends on your taste.
Mhm.
I was gonna say something, but I just can't remember. Okay. Um, there. I hope that I answered your question, Janae.
Yes, yes. Okay. So, again, at the end of the day, kailangan talaga clarity of mind.
Yes, you need to know what you
You
want.
just really
Kasi
need to
ano
know what
eh,
you
if you have an
want.
intimate, you don't always need an orchestra. Sometimes you need one, sometimes you don't. It depends on your event talaga. Kaya we
Mhm.
really curate it, or we customize it to our clients' needs and wants, di ba? And also the type
Yes.
of event that they have.
Yes. All right. So, Bien, may mga viewers ka na dito. Oh, may nagsabi to, "Hi, Bien, Miss
Uh,
Angelita
that's my mom.
Angel."
That's my mom. Hi.
Hi, Mom. Shout out to you for featuring our wedding expert tonight,
My
Bien
mom is
Rivera.
a lyric soprano.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's why. Grabe. I could just
Mhm.
imagine all these 300 talents, they all audition to you and they all have to pass your taste. Grabe. Hindi ako pwedeng kumanta sa harap ni Bien.
Ay,
MJ,
hindi.
hindi tayo pwede. Hindi tayo
Hindi
papasa.
naman. No, you know what? I always tell them, I'm not the one who will pick you. It's our clients who will pick you. That's the reason why we produce these videos for our artists,
Right.
and we tell them,
Yes, the videos.
yes. Sometimes we tell them, you're really good, but maybe hindi ikaw yung hinahanap ng client, maybe ikaw. So it's best that that's why sometimes we produce the materials for our talents. If they cannot submit a video, we produce one for them
Right.
so that our
Yeah.
clients can check them out online.
Yes. And I think that's one of the greatest things about Black Tie Entertainment. You can actually see and watch the talents.
That's right.
Because, I mean, I've been to a wedding. Alam mo yung choir sa church na, oh, may choir na sa church, ganyan. I won't forget this. It was in Baraswain Church. And then, yung kumakanta, oh my goodness, wala talaga siya sa tono.
Oh
Tapos
my gosh.
lumalakad, tapos lahat ng mga tao nakatingin na parang, sino yung kumakanta? Tapos, kasama siya sa church, parang wala ka nang magagawa. Alam mo, parang agaw eksena yung wala sa tono yung kumakanta. So,
Hmm.
yes, check out Black Tie
It's
Entertainment. Where's the
important to
website?
check their profile, their background, and some sample work. So if you
Yes,
check our website, blacktiemanila.com, you can see the profiles of a lot of our singers. A lot of them come from the Voice of the Philippines, from what's his singing, Tawag ng Tanghalan, and
yes,
you'll see
yes,
their video clips there. You'll see their biographies. You'll see the write ups. You know where
mhm,
they came from, so you know what you're getting. If
yes.
so our website is like a menu. It's like a
Mhm.
menu. Instead of ordering food, you're ordering talents. All right.
Okay, that's so beautiful. Okay, so now, Bien, this is the
Mhm.
part of Worldwide Weddings TV where we put our experts to the test because we
Oh
bring
my
in
god.
a live real bride. Okay, so actual bride to. So we have a guest bride tonight that would like to bring in, and she will be asking you some questions. So let's bring in Miss Kathleen Lovendina.
Hi,
Hi,
good
Kat. Good
evening.
evening. I love the
Hi,
glasses.
Hi, Miss
Hello.
Kat. So,
hi
Kat, before
guys.
you, I know you have questions, but before you ask, can you tell us first when is your wedding and where?
It's on November 27 at Santissimo Rosario at UST
In
Church.
Oh,
UST.
UST
Yes.
Church, yes.
Ah, okay. All right.
UST
Okay. Go ahead, Kat. Ask away.
The first question for the
Ninervous ako.
expert.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm listening kanina and I'm so very yung mind ko regarding music, it's now expanding.
Oh, thank you.
I-
Thank you for that.
yeah. The question is, how extensive is your music library or song list? What genre can you cover?
Okay. So, to answer the question, when I was starting, I
Mhm.
realized a lot of our pianists have a song bank in their head of at least 500 songs in their head.
Wow.
Like, I just name a song, they'll play it in right in front of me. That's how
Wow.
great our pianists are. That's also one of the reasons why I retired as a musician. So I go, I cannot do what you guys do. So I will just be your booker, sabi ko. Because I remember I mentioned I used to play first string quartet, but I would always play with music in front of me. And I realized there were so many Filipinos who play by ear. That means they don't need to read the music. They can just play it from rote, from memory. And a lot of our musicians perform abroad in ships, right? And when you
Yes.
perform abroad, you have to have that song bank in your head of at least 500 songs, because the genre is
Mm.
so wide. Especially if you're an international musician, you're not just stuck with OPM or American pop music. You need to learn American jazz, you need to learn 1940s music, 1960s music. So if you're asking what genre covered, practically almost everything that you probably know as a genre, our musicians already know. That's especially our musicians at DCO Strings. This is our most dynamic ensemble, because their songs, their genres range from classical music to Broadway, pop, and jazz. That's a lot of songs already from just
Yeah.
those five genres. I hope I answered your
Wow.
question.
Yeah. Wow. So informative.
Oh, thank you.
Then like me kasi I didn't know yet what music I want. But
Hmm.
my fiance is more onto it. He likes more on jazz, more on
Hmm.
90s, more on nakikita yung age. Oh my god. more on ni- more on 90s talaga kami medyo parang nagsasabay for
Hmm.
the songs na hindi masyado millennials kanon. But we're fixing it and we're like we want like a it's if it's quartet or a band, we're thinking about it for that, but we mostly like jazz and the 90s songs, so
Okay.
that's why we like it for that.
Okay,
Yeah.
Kat, here's something I usually do when I sit down with my brides.
Mm.
I ask them on the spot, Kat, give me your top 10 songs. Not the genre, just the titles. First thing that comes to your head. Top 10 songs.
Oh my god.
Right. I'll give you
Like
time to do that.
I-
Once you get those 10 songs in your you
yeah.
once you get to mention, give or list down those 10 songs, I will know
Mm.
what else you would like. Have you
Wow,
s- have you
okay.
worked on your Spotify playlist? Like, you have a playlist and you have a song in your playlist, right? Like about 20 songs your playlist. If you noticed at the bottom of your playlist, Spotify would suggest other songs that are
Other song.
related. Yeah, that are
Yeah.
related to your existing list. So that's how we think. That's how we think. You give us your top 10 list. From that top 10, we can give you other songs which we think you would like.
Wow. So, sobrang okay, ah. Parang it's so more on that how you can change, how can you give the suggestions kagad for the client. So on
Yes,
that
yes,
spot. Yes.
yes. That's right.
Thank you for that. My second question is, how much time will you need for setup, back sound check, and breakdown on the day of the event?
All right. So, well, there are so many factors to that, but the safest is we usually send a road manager to come about 2 hours before to check
Mm.
if the lines are already set by the sound system, right? And 1 hour before, our musicians would arrive to do a quick sound check. So we assume that upon the band's arrival, the system is already ready for us to do a sound check. So coordination is really crucial here. It really depends on how well the coordinator can get the lights
Mhm.
and sound system supplier, set up the venue in time for the arrival of the band for the sound check. So it's very important for us that upon our arrival, everything's ready na. Kasi there are
Yes.
times in the past we would arrive and hindi pa nasa set up yung speakers. So that's that's scary. That's scary because we arrive one
Yeah.
hour before the show, right? And if it's not set up yet, then it will push down the timeline and everything else will get delayed. So it's very important that you work with really good suppliers. And for us with Black Tie Entertainment, we always work with Waveforce, which is also the official live license sound provider of Worldwide Weddings.
Thank you for that. My last question is, does any of your equipment require special electrical outlets that I need to inform my wedding site about, or the reception?
Okay, so when we finalize our contract with our clients, we give a list. We call it a technical writer. So it shows or it lists down everything that we will need from your suppliers when it comes to that electricity, the
Mhm.
amplifiers, the monitor
Mhm.
speakers. They're all listed in the contract. So most of the time, we will
Mhm.
just require regular AC outlets with 220 voltage.
Mhm.
Now we have events where like maybe funerals where there is no sound system available. So we usually just bring acoustic instruments. If we bring a keyboard, we bring a keyboard with a battery, since we can't plug the keyboard anywhere. But for other events, which are usually in ballrooms or in tents that are already wired to electricity, then we usually just list down the things that you'll require from your supplier.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for that,
I
sir.
hope I answered all your questions, Kat.
Yes, yeah. Sobra. Very, very
Yes.
informative.
Thank you, Kat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, and happy
Ninervyos ako,
planning.
parang exam.
Thank you. Ano, bien may kulang ka, and I thank you.
And I thank you.
I love all your answers, and it's great information, no? So like Bien mentioned about the technical rider, tama ba? Technical rider yung
Yes,
tawag doon,
technical
yeah.
writer.
So like the whole list, okay, soon to weds, na you have that,
Oh,
and then
Janae,
yung
sorry, let me just mention that because several times the bride forgets to endorse the technical rider to the coordinator or the lights and sound supplier. So when we come to the venue, ay, wala pala kaming
yeah,
speakers, wala kami
yes,
na. So it's very
yes,
important that they endorse that. That's why sometimes, even if it's in the contract already, we send a separate email reminding them, hey, this is what you need to forward to your lights and sound supplier, or else we're gonna have a
yes.
problem during the event.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So sobrang important 'yan. I can vouch for that because I'm a host. So
Mhm.
parang, oh, may musician pala. Paano sila tutugtog? Hindi ready yung sound
Hindi
system.
ready.
Walang
Actually,
ano.
we need to mention that to our brides kasi that is the number one problem that happens usually when
Mm.
we arrive.
The
Hindi ready.
miscommunication part,
Yes,
no?
yes, hindi
Yes.
ready yung sound system with what we need,
Mm.
what
Yes.
has to be provided. Mhm.
Yes, wonderful. And I also like what you said kanina about the Spotify list. O, 'di ba? So, May ano pa din si Spotify, 'di ba? Like make a list, parang shortlist mo na yung mga bet mo, tapos pwedeng i-share mo na kay Bien, ito na yung mga ano pinagpipilian namin. Pero undecided ba parang halo-halo 'yan, parang dump all
That's
the
right.
songs that we like, ganyan, 'di ba?
Mm.
So, ayan. Okay, so may comment dito si Miss Maria Lourdes Rivera. Jukebox music is hard. Yeah. I'm guessing she's related to you.
That's my sister. She's a lawyer, by the way. Yeah. And she's
Hello,
also a
sister.
pianist. She's a pianist as well.
Wow,
We all
wow,
learned the
wow.
piano when we were kids.
Oh, wow. Well, hindi niyo po natatanong, pianista din ako.
Oh my God, Janae, I didn't know that. Oh my God.
Yes, until I had a grand piano recital in Paco Park. So,
Oh my God, talo mo
but
pa ako. Never ako
that's
nag-back
that.
park.
But that's that. Okay? Alam mo yung mga
But
bata na lumaki dahil gusto ng parents nilang mag-piano? Yan,
yeah. Oh my
present.
God, I didn't know that. But you know, Janae, before Black Tie started, napapanood ko na yung videos mo.
Yes!
You used to have hosting video tutorials, diba? That was
Yes.
that was before Black Ties time. I love.
Yes. I think 2008. Oh my God, you're saying I'm
Ah!
older than you.
I used to watch your YouTube videos.
Yes, diba? So how to, oh my God, when you watch that video, I look so, oh, okay. Can I just say, if you ever unearthed that video back in 2008, I am so proud to say that whole thing,
Yeah.
everything I said there is memorized. Like I said
Oh wow.
everything, walang ano, idiot board, wala.
Wala
And then
skip.
I had a videographer friend who did that video.
Oh
Sabi
my
niya, ang
god.
galing mo. Walang cut-cut, walang gano'n. Ang galing mo. Kasi parang, well, parang question is, ano yung, what do you need when
Mhm.
hiring a professional host? Parang, what do you need? Tapos
Mm.
I answered three main points and explained ko yung lahat. Lahat yun
Mhm.
talagang, sabi ko, grabe. Career. So, yun po, lumalabas po yung age ko. But at any rate, okay, bien.
Binuking
Why
na
don't
kita.
you invite everyone? Binuking mo na ako. Why don't you invite everyone to Worldwide Weddings? And of course, I know you have very special promotions. Ayan, excited
Mhm.
sila lahat dyan. Promotions for all the brides who are booking for worldwide weddings, exclusively for worldwide weddings. So tell everybody about the promotions.
All right. So sana memorize ko sila lahat. We'll see. Okay. Well, we have quite a number of ensembles at Black Tie Entertainment, and for weddings, we usually promote three main groups: the Velvet Jazz, DCO Strings, and the Groomsmen. So when you book DCO Strings, our promo for worldwide weddings is you get 10% off, or we can give you a free violinist or flutist when you book one of the DCO Strings package. Let's say you've booked a quartet, a string quartet will give you one more violin for free. So you have a quintet. It's a richer sound, more dynamic, and if you have a bigger wedding, that's just very ideal, really. If you book this time, if you book the Love Bus, which is our official wedding party band, the Love Bus, you get a free violin pianist duo at your ceremony. So the love bus will be, of course, just at the reception because you can't have a party band at your church, right? So if you book the love bus for your ceremony, we'll give you a violin and pianist duo for that solemn ceremony you have at your church. I hope you enjoy that. And we also have, if you book this time, the Velvet Jazz, which is our official jazz band. But they used to perform, by the way, every Wednesday at the Shangri-La Hotel before the pandemic. So, anyways, if you book the Velvet Jazz, you get 20% off or
Wow.
sound system absolutely free. Let me say that again.
Wow.
Free sound system with band equipment set up. That means the Velvet Jazz will come and will bring with us the sound system. So you don't have to worry about the sound system setup. We'll give that for free if you book the Velvet Jazz. Our packages will be available on our Facebook page, and we hope to see you on July 30, 31, and August 1 for this very special promotion. But you can actually inquire ahead of time, and we'll give you the details for that. And finally, the group that I don't want to play favorites, but this is the group that I occasionally also join. This is called the Groomsmen. It's a group of four tenors, and if you book the Groomsmen, you get 20% off, or you get the boys not just to sing at your wedding, but to host your wedding as well for free. They'll be hosting it.
Wow.
Imagine it's gonna be a riot, right? Because they're gonna be it's gonna be a show. It's gonna be an act because they're gonna be singing and hosting alternately during your wedding
Oh,
reception program. It's gonna be
oh
fun.
my gosh, I want that.
And
I want that. Wait,
unscripted.
show me on the screen. Flash me on the screen.
How
Ladies,
do I do that?
I
Ask the
want
girls.
that. I want that. Oh my gosh. Four groomsmen singing,
Yes.
tama ba? Four,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
singing, and then we'll be hosting. Oh my goodness. You
Diba?
just gave
Riot
me an
yan.
amazing idea. That is perfect for a wedding for okay. Normally kasi kapag host ka, like I'm a professional host, so I have other friends who are hosts. It's so
Yeah.
hard to pick just one host. Di ba? So para,
Yes.
ayan, get all four.
'Di ba? Kanya-kanya silang personality. We're gonna banter
Yes.
around. We're gonna, throw some jokes at each
Yeah.
other, right? It's gonna be
Yes,
fun.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
absolutely fun. Yeah. And of course, all of these talents that you mentioned, they can watch that on your Facebook or website.
That's right. These are
Yes.
our four
Okay.
exclusive groups. You can only book them through Black Tie Entertainment, and we can give you a
Yes.
special price if you
Yes.
book them now until the
Yes.
end of our virtual fair with Worldwide Weddings.
Yes. I love it. I love it. I also love the free sound system courtesy of promote na din natin.
Wayforce!
Courtesy of Wave Force. Ayan, di ba? Advance announcement. So, I
Mhm.
really, really love all of your promotions, and I'm sure all of our soon-to-weds. Yes, you can book all the way until August 1st, but you can actually inquire now. We do have promotion. Actually, last 2 days na lang yon. We have a promotion right now. Additional promotion to. You just inquire, and then it's called the Treasure Word Hunt. So when they message you, Bien, and then they inquire, and then they say, what's the treasure word? It means that they want to have a raffle entry. Kasi that's 5,000
Oh.
pesos raffle.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Mag-inquire lang kayo, may raffle na kayo for that, di ba? So, go
I
ahead and
love these
inquire
things.
already with Black Tie Entertainment. All right. So, thank you so much, and we will see you in our next episode, everyone. We hope that wait a minute. Sorry naman. Mamimigay nga pala kami ng 150 pesos load. Ayan. So,
Oh wow! Did you put my number in there? Wala
kung
ba? I'm
gaano
sorry.
ka-generous si Bien, ayan, basahin mo, may mga ano ka dyan, followers ka, nandyan yung pangalan nila. Baka sila ang manalo, mamimigay din tayo, 150 pesos load. Okay? Let's go, let's
Okay.
spin the wheel. Who is the winner?
Sana hindi siya
Sino kaya?
postpaid, no? Okay.
Wow! Ako
Dang of
supplier!
flowers. Pahingin din rin naman. Pahingin rin ng flowers. Okay, wow.
Yes,
Congratulations, Dang.
congratulations!
Wow. Okay, congratulations.
Congratulations. Malapit na dun sa may pangalan Rivera eh. Baka ako si sister yung manalo. All right. So thank you, everyone. And yes, we will see you on our next episode. Thank you, Bien. Thank you.
Thank you, Janae. Goodbye, everyone.
Oops.